Let's see if we're live yet.
There we go.
Hello, guys. Welcome, and thanks for your patience. You gotta love computers, man. It's a double-edged sword, love-hate kind of deal. But again, welcome to the Healthy Millionaire Show. My name is Nathan Akpan. Super pumped, super stoked, super excited to have you guys here today. It's going to be an awesome show. We're going to keep it really brief, but we're going to make it really, really fun. Again, like I said, my name is Nathan Akpan. I am actually in the Midwest. I'm in Missouri, Columbia, Missouri. I'm connecting with you guys, and there are other people on our live YouTube feed, and there are also people in chat right now. So thanks for joining us. This is just one nice way of using technology to connect, to get the message of Life Unlimited across. So before I talk too much, we've got a couple other people on the line here. We've got, wow, Rockstar. Sometimes I just get really short of words, but Mr. Douglas Stroop, one of the hardest working guys in ZJ International, was a rising star last year, actually. I mean, this man was on the stage. Heck, I was in the bleachers and he was on the stage. And that's anything. So, but you know, an excellent leader in the business, someone who I'm glad to call a partner, and I mean, we're going to the moon together. So, Mr. Douglas Stroop, please say hi, tell everybody who you are, where you're from, what you're up to, and we'll kind of move it down the line, man.
All right, yes, sir. All right, guys, thank you guys for jumping on this real quick with us. We appreciate it. I'm Douglas Stroop. The farm boy is my background. I've never done anything like this before, but I've been doing this business for about a little over 2 years. I was introduced to the idea of leverage when I was 19, but I really didn't take advantage of it. Like a couple people, like one of the guys on this call tonight, we're going to hear from him. He's killing it, and it's absolutely incredible. But I've been in this business for about 2.5 years and done fairly well. Been able to. This is all that I do right now. I don't really do anything else as far as money-wise. So it's been a blessing. Been able to follow some really successful parents, Doug and Amy Stroop, that are Black Diamond, and they're killing it for sure. So super excited, guys. We're super excited, but here's the deal. What we're doing tonight is going to be introducing you guys to a brand new way of doing business, such as what we're doing right now. We've got people from all over the country on this call right now learning about a new way of doing business, right? So we're really excited. We're going to introduce you guys to it real quick, but we want to talk to a couple of people, hear their stories on the call real quick. But I got to say, Nathan, I appreciate all you're doing, man. You're a stud, and I'm glad to be connected to you, man. And Nathan, you're knocking it out of the ballpark. The guy's gold. The moon. He says we're going to the moon. I think that's just our first stop, and then we're going to go past that. So we're super excited. But Nathan, back to you, man.
All right, brother. Hey, man, you've got two guests on the line on video with us. So if you could kindly go ahead and introduce them. I'm going to send out a text message to the rest of the guys here. I think they're having a problem with the original link I sent them. So please take it away.
Yeah. Okay, no worries, guys. And understand, this is a pre-launch. What we're doing, we don't have all the kinks fixed and all that stuff figured out. So we're still working on it. So thank you for your patience. We appreciate it. We will be professional soon, but right now we're still working out all the kinks and all this stuff. So real quick, on the line with us tonight, we've got my father-in-law, David Adams, rock star, one of the most persistent, hardest working men I've ever known. And I could talk a very long time how we met, all that stuff. It's a crazy story, but David Adams, I'm super excited to have him on the team. He's tearing it up. And then we have Cy Head, who I don't even think he's hit puberty yet. He's super young. He's tearing it up. The kid's 19 or something, and maybe I don't even know what he is, but he's making a lot of money and helping a lot of people out, and he's out in Kentucky, but he's one of my really good friends. I'm blessed to know him and call him a friend. So we're going to be hearing from the two of them real soon here, and how they did it, how they've made money, and how they're making an impact. So anyways, Nathan, back to you.
Awesome. Thanks, man. We'll come back to Cy's story here in a little bit, because I remember when I first heard of the dude, man, he inspired me to do things. So, hey, buddy, good to have you on here. And first off, the question is, Dougie, do you want me to introduce your brother, man?
This is my brother Andy sitting over here. He's interested in all this stuff that we're doing. So this is Andy, stud man. He's awesome. He's been one of my. He's trying to figure out how to do this computer because I'm at 38% and I didn't bring my charger. So guys, listen, problems, man. They're everywhere. You got to figure out how to adapt and how to grow. And right now my computer's dying, so we got to figure out how to crank it up. But anyways, that's my brother. He's awesome.
Awesome, awesome. So we're going to keep it fairly short. We're going to have, first off, the question is, why are we here? And like Dougie said, the purpose of us being here is to show you guys a different way of doing business, a better way of doing business, being able to connect people from all parts of the globe to come in and come together, do business in a way that we're all comfortable. Okay, we're also able to give other people the opportunity, people who otherwise would not have been able to do what we do the traditional way, because Doug and I and Cy, had built a traditional network marketing business and are in the process of building a dynasty, really, but also showing people a better way, showing people how to do it differently. And somebody said, go where the people are. And guess where the people are? Online, on the internet, right? So if we can connect people, we can build it faster, better, easier. We can have the pleasure of building a business while I'm wearing a hoodie in my home, right? Instead of being out there, busting butt. There's nothing wrong with that, right? But if there is a better way, we sure as heck want to find out how, because the rest of the world is going to be looking for the better way also. So that's the real main purpose of why we're here. And now we will address also part of the problem, okay? Because we could have been in any company. We could have been in one of thousands of companies out there, and we chose this one company to build our future, to build our dreams in, to also help other people do the same. The question is, why are we here? Why are we doing that? So I'm going to let Dougie answer that question. Dougie, why are we here in Zeej International? The purpose of us being here over anywhere else?
Yeah, so I can honestly speak for myself only with that question. Why I'm here is for a little thing called leverage. I was introduced to leverage when I was 19, and the concept was I would rather have 1% of 100 people's efforts than 100% of my own. I wanted to find a way that I could get paid off of more hours than I currently own. Everybody owns 24 hours in a day. If you have more than that, please talk to me. I would like to join your business. So we all have 24 hours, but how come some people make $10 million a year and others make 10,000? This little thing called leverage. So you've got to have leverage, right? You've got to have leverage. I saw Zeej as a very viable way to represent a product. I take it every day myself. I absolutely love it. It makes me feel great. All I do is drink it. But being able to represent other people by sharing this with them. So when I've told maybe 3 people, instead of me going out having to do all the work, now they come with me and I share and I help them. And so as a result, you're able to leverage not just the people that you bring, but the people that they bring and the people that they bring. And so essentially you've got this massive group of people that are happily consuming a product, and as a result you have a business. And that's how it works, and it's absolute genius. Awesome. So I saw it, and that's what I've been doing, and just getting started. So that's why I'm here.
Fantastic, fantastic. And guys, if you haven't read this book, Speed Wealth by T. Harv Eker, I highly recommend that you all go read it, because it really explains what we do here. Because anybody who has made massive amounts of money in the millions or billions did not do that by themselves, okay? They employ the principles that you will find in that book, in Speed Wealth, and that's exactly what we're doing. Like Doug says, we're creating leverage in our lives. And one of the reasons I'm very passionate about this is also because with leverage comes freedom, okay? Because the person who owns a big business, who has to open their business every day, close their business every day, is not free. They just own a very expensive job with overhead and expenses, right? Now, with leverage, you can buy yourself freedom, and that my specific message and passion is actually for the young people, okay? A lot of young people are going to school. They don't really know what they want to do with their lives. They have undeclared majors. They come out with student loan debt. And there's so many issues that being an entrepreneur can help out with. And this wonderful industry of network marketing is something that can help us. And we're taking network marketing into the 21st century. And this is not something that your grandma did, in Amway or Mary Kay or anything. We're doing it the right way, and we're going to do it big. So that's what we're super stoked about. Now, in terms of the problems that we face today in our society, I know we haven't introduced Sai yet, but I know that guy is very adept in explaining those things because he didn't get to where he is without explaining those things. So I'm gonna unmute you there, dude. I'm gonna get you to jump in. We're gonna come back to you, and we're gonna let you do a proper introduction and tell us who you are. Okay? Could you unmute yourself, bro? You're still muted.
Can you hear me?
All right, there you go. So, yeah. Hey, bro, if you could kind of introduce what the problems are, man. What are the problems we're facing in society today? What are those things that you're particularly passionate about to try to solve in your own little way? Kind of frame the narrative here for us.
Okay, got you. Well, thank you guys for having me on here. I'm dealing with a little bit of a cold, so
Yeah.
just bear with me. But I just want to paint a little picture for you. My dad is an ambassador at a multi-million dollar company, and he's been in this company for 4 years now. And in that company, he's created about 100 million in revenue. And you know how much he's seen of that? About not even 1%, not even 1% of that. And he was the one that created it. He came in and turned the company around. So another problem with this is, I'm in college as well. I'm 19. Like Douglas said, I haven't hit puberty or anything. I'm 19 years old. Yeah. Go on, laugh. Yeah, whatever. But, all jokes aside, I'm in college, and there's a problem. There's a big problem. Kids are going to college and being told they're going to make this amount of money and all these different kinds of things. But the issue here is that they're being lied to. My dad, another example, he hired a guy who graduated top of his class from a Division I college with a master's degree in psychology and leadership. They hired him on, and they gave him the best position they could give him, which was $38,000 a year starting out. So to me, it really doesn't make sense that someone can tell me, hey, you're going to be on this salary because that's what you're worth. To me, that doesn't make sense. Honest to God, I'd rather work a bunch of hours and say, well, at least I worked my tail off and made what I could make.
Right.
The problem is people are still telling you what you're worth. That is the issue. And in this industry, to paint the overall picture for you, in this industry, Douglas and Nathan, you guys know, there's people in this industry that make more money than they know what to do with. There's people that make more money in a week in this industry than household incomes combined over 2 years make. So, and I'm not gloating for them, but what it is it really is an unlimited opportunity, and that's what makes it such a beautiful thing and a beautiful tool to be able to use. So, my goal in this overall, every time I'm around Douglas and his family, I'm reminded of this. Douglas is, 25, 26 years old. How old are you, Douglas?
Yeah, 25.
Okay, see, Douglas is
He
25.
just hit puberty.
He just hit puberty last week. But seriously though, when I spend time with Douglas and with his family and I see the things that they get to do and get to experience, that's what I've wanted my whole life. But of course, I was never taught that through high school or college, how you reach that. I was always taught you get a degree, you pay off your $100,000 debt or whatever you get through. And then by the end of the roundabout, oh, hey, by the way, you're going to retire on 35 to 40% of what you were making. That's all you're worth. That's all we're going to give you. So to me, that did not make any sense. So the overall picture here is a vehicle for freedom. That's all it is. Money's just a tool. It can be used for anything, good or bad. It can be used for anything. And I don't want you guys to think that, I'm trying to make this out like this is all about making money. But money is a tool. You can't live without it. If I was to go over here and flush this commode right here, it's going to cost me money because that's water. Okay?
Right.
If I'm going to put these shorts on right here, that's money that I spend on shorts, okay? And it sucks that that's how life is, but that is how life works. Everything comes back to money, and you just have to get over it. So my number one goal in this, closing this down right here, my number one goal is to make the one thing that is the biggest problem for everyone in America not a hurdle to be able to make as much money as I want to and give it to as many people as I want to.
Amen, brother. Amen. Because you know what they say? They say, well, yeah, people, only the people who don't have money say that money is not everything, right? But then you imagine and think about the things that you can do with the money, because it's not the money for the money, but like Jim Rohn says, it's for all that the money represents. It's a change of lives that it represents. Is that those chances and those broken dreams, you know, being able to give somebody hope again. That's a big deal, because you don't make $1 million in this business not helping anybody, right? But that Wall Street, you know, director or whatever it is, executive, can make that amount of money and not help a single soul. So what we do is beautiful, and I mean, if when the rest of the world finds out, not if, but when, they will tip their hats, and they're going to be on the wagon. Guess whose business they're going to be in? Ours. So that's super awesome, man. Thanks for framing that narrative here for us. And you know, like I said, that's the truth. Most young people all want to make money. I mean, health is a great thing, but a lot of them think they're invincible. So for now, focus on the money, and later on, or at least use that as a reason and get healthy as you go. So that's awesome. Now, Mr. Stroop, before we introduce the next guest, what is the solution to this problem? Okay, so that's one of the problems, was money, right? I think there is another problem, which has to do with our bodies, our health. I'm going to frame that narrative here a little bit, because I've met so many people in the last couple weeks, man, in the last couple months, young people who are very, very ill, man. Very unhealthy, very ill. They've got all sorts of stuff going on. Things that you never would hear of, you know, maybe people in their 50s, 60s, 70s are now occurring to people in their 20s. And that's a big problem, you know. So while unfortunately some young people think they're invincible, a lot of them already is starting to realize what it is or what it feels like to live with a serious health condition. So that's a big problem. This evening I was trying to get some food, I will tell you, and this was a thought that ran into my head. I never eat anything out of the can, but I was so hungry, right? So I got this sweet potatoes in the can, and first off, when I bought it at the store, I always look at the ingredients list, and it said syrup. And I'm like, okay, is that high fructose corn syrup or not? I said, okay, well, I'm gonna take my chances. I hope it's not. So I ate this sweet potato out of can, and then I put it in the microwave, and I'm like, dang, it's already processed, it's bad, and now I'm microwaving it on top of that, right? So imagine people who do that every single day of their lives, and then they wonder when they're 30 why they have cancer, right? So our job is, at least from where we can, they say do what you can with what you have. From where we can, that we can actually change our lives and our health for the better with the things we put in our bodies, with the things we use that are not chemical laden. And that's the beauty of the company that we're with, which is a vehicle to get money. But in the same way, I tell people this. Think of this industry or this business like a child, okay? If you were to give a child cough syrup and say, hey, dear, take this, it's going to make you better, you've been hacking off, and they're like, no, I don't want it, it tastes horrible, right? And they spit it off and they run off, right? And guess what you do? You give them the same cough, you give them a cough drop instead. What do? They take it because they think it's candy. So what if we could actually almost trick people into getting healthy with the idea of making money, right? Or what if we could also get people to make money with the idea of getting healthy for those who already are unhealthy? So it goes both ways, and it's a very beautiful concept, because regardless of how you go, you win. And the big passion is the young people, and that's my big passion, okay? So people are sick, people are dying, and we really need to help change that as much as possible, starting with ourselves. So that's the other problem. Dougie, do you have anything else you wish to add there?
Yeah, I'm gonna call on Cy real quick. He's got to run. in a couple minutes. So I'm just gonna ask him real quick, Si, share your story, dude, because I tell you, your story, it's crazy how wise you are. I know we make fun of you and we cut up on you because you're like my little brother, but dude, you're wise beyond your years. It's absolutely incredible how much knowledge you got up in that head of yours. So share with us some knowledge, man, of like, you know, we talk about the problem and all that stuff, but like, why Zija? Why this? Why have you decided to do this? And so, real quick, guys, Si in his first 2 days made over $4,500. He killed it. He's killing it still in this business. He's 19. You know, most kids are on minimum wage. Si's just a normal, everyday, average kid with above average desires and dreams. And so he just simply plugged into our system what we're doing. And the thing is he didn't even utilize what we're about to unveil. He utilized the old school ways, right? So imagine if he'd have done the new school ways. I mean, it's just mind blown, all that stuff. So, Si, real quick, share your story in, you know, maybe like 3 minutes or so, and just kind of frame up your story and the problem with what you saw, what you already talked about, and then, you know, go from there. So go ahead, Si.
All right, cool. Can y'all hear me?
Yeah, man.
Okay, cool. All right, well, I'm going to keep this brief like we do all things. Basically, up front, I'll just be honest with you, I was broke mentally, physically, emotionally, definitely financially, in every way you can think of. You know, I pulled up in a gas station one day, and this guy needed gas, and he didn't have any money. So I reached in my wallet, gave him a $10 bill, because it wasn't a big deal to me. I mean, it's just $10, right? And he was like, "Oh, thank you, man, thank you, thank you." And then as he left, I reached back in my wallet to pay for my gas, and I didn't have that $2. So it was just one of those things. I was just like, "Oh my gosh, you know, I am broke. This is not good." So I had $2 to put in my car, which back then, I think that's when gas was almost $4 a gallon. That's when it was so crazy high. So it was just nuts. But you know, I moved on. I kept thinking about it, all this kind of stuff, and I was actually. The next night, I was in Lexington, Kentucky, and we were playing some music in a bar in Lexington. And we had just led a guy to Jesus in a bar. So it was really cool. It wasn't just a, you know, an opportunity to play music, but it was a spiritual opportunity as well. And that's how you should treat this business. I mean, the Bible says go forth and make disciples of all the world. So you have to treat that the same way. You know, the art of duplication, that is exactly how Jesus used it. That is exactly how he used it. When he fed 20,000 people with just a couple loaves of bread, I mean, think about it. It's pretty cool. That's exactly how this business is framed. That's how the model works. But I was sitting at this bar, and I got a phone call that one of my buddies had committed suicide. And, you know, to me at the time, I was just like, yeah, you know, that's tough. So I just kind of put up the little shelter thing that all guys would do and just say, yeah, I'm fine, I'm cool. 2 days later, two of my other buddies were out drunk driving, and they ended up running into a truck, and they ended up both dying as well 2 days later. So at this time, you know, it wasn't so much financial, but it was more emotional, mental, spiritual, all this kind of stuff. And I had been, I guess you could say, peaked in this business 10, 15 times about, hey, check this out. You got to look at this. And at this point in my life, I was like, no, I don't want it. And I remember praying, saying, I want something, though. I want something that's going to help me, you know, mend me spiritually, physically, every way I can think of, because I had horrible knees from running. My knees were just terrible. It was horrible, worse than you can imagine. I couldn't even stand up by myself. So about that time, I finally realized, you know, hey, maybe this whole Zija thing that people are presenting to me, maybe this thing is actually what I'm supposed to be doing. So I took a look at it, and about 2 days after I decided to do that, I ended up in the house of a multi-millionaire from this company. And the guy's a Diamond Elite now. His name's Kevin Brazel. And I ended up in his living room. And in this room, there were diamonds and emeralds and black diamonds. And it was just crazy how full of knowledge this room was. And they kept speaking about freedom and prosperity and all these things. And it's not just about the money, but they were bringing in biblical references and how our product, Zija's Moringa, does this, this, and this. And I was like, okay, cool. You know what? Maybe this is what I need to do. So 4 days on the product, just 4 days, my knees completely healed. I'm not telling you that Zija or Moringa did it, but I will tell you this: Moringa does cure over 300 diseases by itself. Moringa oleifera does. Notice I did not say Zija; I said Moringa oleifera. But that is the base of our product. So as you can tell today, my knees are 100% healthy. I'm running like crazy. I'm lifting like crazy. Never been as healthy as I've been now. Usually every year my allergies are so bad my eyes just swell shut, and it's just horrible. But I'm still trucking along. And once I got started in this business and I saw people that were making, you know, the commas and their checks, and I was like, hey, I thought this was just one of those selling things where you go out and sell this stuff, this green pond water stuff. What is this? But when I started consuming it, I was like, goodness, what is going on with my body right now? And what was even funnier was when I started sharing it with people, all I was doing was saying, hey, I'm going to send you this video. Look at it. I'm calling you at 8 o'clock. Sound good? Okay, good. That was it. I didn't know what to do. That's just the short version that Kevin Brazel and Danny Day had given me. That was it. So I was calling people. I was saying, hey, I'm going to send you a video. I'm calling you back in 10 minutes. Give it a watch. Okay, bye. So I wasn't giving anybody the opportunity to be pessimistic and be negative like our human nature is, where most people, I'm sure those of you that are building the business, you see people and you send them a video and they don't answer the phone. Or they come up with these excuses about, oh, I'm doing this, this, and this. I'll tell you this, nobody is too busy. Nobody is too busy to do what we do, because my business grows where I go. That's what I tell everybody. My business grows where I go. If I'm driving down the road, I've actually downloaded the whole Bible to my phone. So when I'm driving down the road now, I'm either listening to the Bible, one, or I'm making a phone call, two. I love listening to music, but I finally decided, hey, it's time to cut that. I'm either listening to the Bible, personal development, or two, I'm growing my business. And either one, I'll take either one all day long. But that's what this business has done. It's not just one of those things where you go out and you make money and you say, oh, hey, buy this, buy that, buy that. It's not a buying. It's not buying at all. It's nothing like that. And I had to get that through my thick skull up front, because I had to be exposed 7 to 8 different times before I finally realized this is the real deal. This is the vehicle to what I want to do. And when I grow older and when I have a family, I want to be able to disciple my family and stay with them 24/7, 25, 26/7, however long I can stay with them. I want to have that freedom, because that is what we are supposed to have. Am I right? That's what we're supposed to have, is freedom. So, I could go on, but, my story is really simple. I'm just blessed, but, it took me having an open mind and being teachable and coachable. I had to be teachable, because our system is flawless. There's nothing. You try to go against it and make your own version and manipulate it, that's fine, but it's not going to work for you. Our system is flawless, and what we're doing right now, I was texting Doug just a minute ago, this is awesome. This is the next step. This is what is going to make our business boom even more, because this is it's so new age. It's what people want. I mean, it's just, guys, this is blowing up, and either jump on the train or get left behind and keep chasing it and be running and wear yourself out. So either hop on now, or you know what I'm saying. So, Doug, I'm going to turn it back to you.
That's right. Hey, brother, real quick, man. You're just killing it, man. Just so much knowledge, man. Are you sure this guy's not like 45 or something? Just
He's actually 70. This is just how good our products are.
That's awesome, man. I swear, Moringa also made him grow some brain cells and stuff, because he's just killing it. So, check this out, brother. What would you say? I mean, what would you, because you're not average, so what would you say to the average 19-year-old, average 20-some-year-old, average anybody, right? What would you say to somebody who, a lot of people are going to watch this video, the replays later or whatever, I mean, probably going to edit it and make something out of it, man, because we got to recycle that knowledge. But what would you say to the average young person who is looking at this, maybe is in college or is thinking, is making minimum wage, man, just doing some random stuff? What would you say to those people?
Well, I'll tell you up front. Before I got started, I had 2 different minimum wage jobs. I worked in an orthopedics area, and I helped with kind of injuries and stuff, and I also worked at a shoe store. So, I was by no means qualified for this, if there even are qualifications. Another thing to think about, my high school, and I mean this as nice as I can say it, was one of the dumbest high schools in the nation. It is terrible as far as scores go. And out of that high school, my senior class, I graduated 62nd in my class. It's not like I was a top student and had a 4.0, because I didn't. It's not like I caused trouble either. But what I comprehended was this. My favorite book of the Bible is Ecclesiastes, written by King Solomon. King Solomon was said to be the wisest person who ever lived. And also on top of that, he was said to be the wealthiest. And the reason he was the wealthiest was because he prayed for wisdom and did not seek the worldly things. But when he prayed for wisdom, at the very end of Ecclesiastes, he says, I have experienced all things and done all things under the sun, and there's nothing new. What he was saying was there's nothing worldly that can fill him. And with that, he was teachable and coachable. He let God take him through so many different things. So for a 19-year-old to say, oh, I don't know if I can do this business, all you have to do is look at me. I was working a minimum wage job. I was not very smart. I mean, honestly, I'm not a genius by any means, but I'm teachable and coachable. And I've approached people like that in my business. I said, hey, Let me ask you a question. Are you teachable? Are you a coachable person? Are you open to learning new things? Are you open to being blessed and blessing others? Is that something you'd be interested in? And nobody in their right mind is going to say, man, no. Nobody's going to say that. Okay? And that's how you approach people one way, but that's the kind of people you're looking for. And for people my age, I mean, I'm just 19. I'm in college. I can't stand it. I understand that no matter what degree I'm going to get, unless I'm going to be a doctor or a lawyer, that I'm going to make the same money as everybody else. But what I am comprehending is that this business is the only thing that works. And, you know, just because we don't understand something doesn't mean that it's wrong. Think about that. Just because we don't understand doesn't mean that it's wrong. And that's how I was up front. I did not understand network marketing, so I thought it was wrong. But I was wrong, okay? And so for anyone that's watching this that might be a guest or in the future that's going to be watching this, you know, God wants to be teachable and coachable. He wants us to experience things. And this is one of those things. You have to be open and teachable and coachable. And if you are, and you let it do the work that it needs to do in your life, you can bless more people than you ever imagine. So that's all I got, man. You got anything else for me?
Nah, bro. I mean, if I did, we'd keep you all night, man. But man, you're awesome, man. You need to come back on here, man. We need you. That's super fantastic. Thanks for joining us. I saw a photo. I think a status that you posted on Facebook about the insane number of pull-ups you're doing now, and you know you're getting all buff and stuff. And I'm like, man, when he's Doug's age, he's just gonna be a beast, man. But that's awesome. You know, it's the value of nutrition. You're making money on top of that, so it doesn't hurt at all. But hey, brother, man, I know you're on a schedule. Thanks for being on here with us. We want to have you back on here, so awesome. Thanks for being.
Sounds good.
Right
you guys
on.
be blessed. It's good talking to you.
Thank you. See you, man. See ya. So, guys, that's really what we do, and that's really why we do what we do, you know. But what we're gonna do is we're actually gonna cut it a little bit shorter tonight. I mean, not a little bit shorter. We're about where we're supposed to be. We do have Mr. David Adams on the line here, but I don't think we're going to have enough time. This man's got an insane story, right? Something that we're going to put on ice for next time. How about that for suspense? So we'll put that on ice. Also, Dougie's computer is about to die. I'll call you out. Now, hey, Dougie, tell us real quick about how to make money in this business. Just the real concept, very simple concept. Let's not even go into duplication, but just give us the whole idea of the marketing, network marketing, affiliate marketing, where the money comes from, and what could possibly result.
Yep, awesome. Can you see my screen?
I can.
Okay, so here's how it works, guys. Here is the difference in what we do and what most businesses do, okay? And we got to make this quick, so hang on. Traditional marketing uses advertisements, okay? You go to YouTube. There's, 1.3 billion people on Facebook right now with over 600 million different things happening every day, but they're all advertisements for something, trying to get you to buy something, right? That's how it works. So they spend millions of dollars, okay? That's traditional. Here's what we're doing, affiliate or network marketing. Millions of dollars are earned each week by regular people because the business pays the people for talking about the product. So here's how it works. I take a product, I love it. I share it with somebody else. They buy it. The company says, hey, we didn't have to spend millions of dollars in advertising, so we're going to give you a cut of whatever they bought. That's what we do. That's how it works. And here's the deal. Word of mouth is the most trusted form of marketing out there, ever. When you love a movie, when you love a restaurant or a steak or, a pair of clothing, a pair of shoes, anything like that, you're going to tell somebody. Chances are that what you own right now is probably because somebody recommended it to you. Look at your car, look at your house, look at where you live, different things like that. So affiliate marketing has been done forever. It will continue to be done forever. That is how we make money. So here's how it works. Instead of setting up a big business, going out and paying advertisements millions of dollars, all you simply do is consume a product, enjoy it, take it every day, share it with people that you love, that you think it will help. And as a result, when they say, you know what, that looks good, I'm going to go buy that. The company will give you a commission off of every single purchase, not just from the people that you bring, but the people that they bring, and then the people that they bring, and on and on and on, forever and ever and ever. And that is how you create leverage, because you can teach somebody how to do what you did. So anyways, that's how it works. That's a very brief overview, and we'll be going over it more in detail on Friday. So anyways, Nathan, back to you.
Awesome, awesome. It's fantastic. So basically, money that would have been paid to others. Hey, man, introduce your sister.
This is Della. This is one of them. I'm the oldest of 7 kids. So you met my brother, and then this is Della, the youngest, and we've got other people all around here. No, we can't introduce everybody. This is the beauty of what we're doing, guys. I'm at the house. You know, I mean, I'm at the house. I'm hanging out with my family. It's just awesome. We've got people eating over here, but we're doing business, right? And so that's really, really cool. So this is one of my sisters, Della Rose. She's a ham. That's all I gotta say. So, anyways, back to you, Nathan.
That's awesome. That's awesome. So yeah, guys. I mean, this is the beauty. This is what we do. Like Doug says, you're able to just live life and make money. And guys, this is what we're doing is just testing the waters. What we've got here is, you know, in Zija language, we haven't even scratched the scratch, right, of what we're doing. This pre-launch system is going to be very integrated. I have a part of the system that I was about to test here. That I was about to. Basically, you will actually be able to buy your starter kit right in this event, in this chat for the show. So we're doing so much more. Stay plugged in. We have our launch coming soon. There are so many moving parts, but we're feverishly trying to get it done. And so, guys, get excited, get plugged in, get people plugged in, because the whole reason we're doing this is so you can get people plugged in and we can do the selling for them, so you don't have to. And you can just chill and watch this thing like you would a TV show, right? And so when that occurs, it takes away the argument from people, oh, I don't have the time, I don't have the money, I don't want to be driving everywhere across town. Well, guess what? You don't have to. Just plug people in. Almost everybody, or 100% of the people who are on the show tonight got here because of technology. I don't think I personally spoke to anybody in face-to-face and invited them to this event. It all started via the internet, okay? So if you understand the power of that anybody could connect to this from anywhere in the world. So if you got friends, family, relatives across the pond, across the sea, across the mountains, wherever, invite them, plug them into this great community, because we're growing. If you're a visitor that have just come in and watched and observed this, you do want to take your spot, guys. There's an opportunity here, and they call it an opportunity for a reason, because if you miss your spot, just like a stock, you will lose a lot of money, okay? So come in, grab hold of whoever it was that invited you to view this, ask them, how do I get started? You've got nothing to lose, really, okay? You've got a lot to gain. Yep. Get started, hold your spot, because as the team grows, you grow with it, okay? But you're already in it, so you get to benefit. And we'll all show you what to do, and they'll show you what to do. You're connected with great people, and Doug is talking to us from Atlanta. Is Mr. Adams talking to us with us from Atlanta also?
Maryland.
Where?
Maryland.
Maryland. Awesome. Wow, that's fantastic. So, guys, I mean, we might as well have been in the same room, but that's what the beauty of technology. So, the pre-launch system, like I said, this is like caveman stuff right here that we're doing. So, if you guys think this is cool, wait till you see what we've got coming. So, without further ado, really, we just wanted to bring this message, this story. Wanted to get you guys to see Cy. We'll try to bend and twist his arm so he can be part of what we're doing. He's got a great presence, and you know, a 19-year-old that's tearing it up, making $4,500 in 2 days, is definitely somebody that we need to have on the show, so he can get some people fired.
Real quick, Nate.
Yes, sir.
So real quick, guys, here's what you can do. Plug into what we're doing on Facebook. Add Nathan Akpan on Facebook. You need to add him as a friend. Follow what he's doing. Add me, Douglas Stroop. Check out what we're doing. We're promoting a lot, but also go to the Life Unlimited Network on Facebook. Join it. We'll add you and just find out what we're doing. We do all our promotions there. So we're doing this every Monday, Wednesday, Friday. Get your people plugged into what we're doing. We're launching very soon. So get involved. Don't miss out. I'm telling you, this is going to be humongous. I'm telling you, you've got to be involved in what we're doing. So with that, I'm going to run, and I wish I could stay, but my computer's going to die any second
okay.
now.
My last message of the night is, if you see a young person at a gas station, talk to them. It could be Cy. Ask them if they want to make money. They could just have given away your last $10, and you never know, right? So everybody wants to make money. Everybody wants to get healthy. These young people are hungry. I can tell you that, right? So let's take advantage of that. If you're a young person and you're a visitor on this show, there are a lot of people watching on the live line. We're happy to have you. We want to have you as part of the family. We're going to blow this thing up. We're going to make a culture like no one has seen, and people are going to want to be part of this, I guarantee you. So we'll cut it short there. For the ladies, we have a weight management system event coming on soon. We're going to get the queen of skinny dipping on here so she can tell us what the heck skinny dipping is and what that has to do with our weight. And we will actually have the system ready such that you're able to purchase your kit right off of this event. I don't know if it'll work on a mobile phone, but I know if you're sitting on your computer, you'll be able to purchase it right then, and you can take advantage of any of the offers we have. Other than that, we're going to try to have Mr. Adams. Mr. Adams, sir, do you think you can be with us on Friday?
Yes, sir. Look forward to it.
We're going to be very happy to have him. You want to hear this man's story. Without further ado, guys, like I said, our wish for you is that you live a life unlimited, and really that you get as much as you want for yourself, okay? So other than that, I got nothing else to say. Doug Stroop, do you have anything else, sir?
Let's do this, baby.
Boom, baby.
Boom, baby.
Good night. Bye.